Sunday, Ask Susan with Susan Lazar Hart. That's me. Sunday's the time we gather around. I call it a roundtable conversation. It's not a monologue. It's not a dialogue. It's about asking questions. And today's question is, what are you committed to? All right, what is commitment and change? Those two words, what do they create in your universe? I realized recently that one of the biggest things that I had to actually shift in my life was what I was committed to, right? How many of us are committed to our stories instead of to playing with the future? Right? Because if you're holding on to one, what is your future going to look like? Right? I'm just going to wait a few seconds for the algorithms to kick in. I'm so excited. I'm just going. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Yay. The peeps are coming in. I'll just check on Ask Susan now. I came in just a touch late. I was doing a video to get people aware that we're doing live on Ask Susan. Hey, Rita, welcome. Good morning. Tell us where you're from. We have an international community, as always. This is a big one. I'm going to just shut this. I'm playing with a different light. And how's the light working for you guys? Should I shift it? Should I change it? I got a new toy I'm playing with. So let's see. We're doing this. This is better. Yeah? Okay. Anyway, here we go. Commitment. I was committed to, here's a perfect example. I was committed to changing up my office. So I got one of these round lights and I'm just playing with it now. What has to change for you? That would be my question. What is it that you've decided you're committed to that actually doesn't work for you, right? Like if you're committed to, I took this 5-day course and I was committed to it and I just wasn't getting to it and I was committed to it and I wasn't getting to it. And yesterday I sat down with it and I realized, wow, learning this way actually doesn't work for me, for the way that I love to change and play with change. Change is organic with me. And it gave me some great awarenesses. But I realized, what is my commitment here? My commitment is to growth. My commitment is to clarity. My commitment is to being present with all of you. This is about change and commitment, right? So what is it that you're committed to changing that actually isn't working for you? Right? I know, weird question, right? Wait a minute. I'm like, change, choose. Yeah, okay, hold on, right? Relax, take a breath. Hey, Tessa, what is it? The video has stopped. Sorry, Tessa. I guess that's Europe. I know that there's internet is iffy in Europe right now. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's proceed. What is it that you're committed to changing that actually doesn't work for you? Zipporah says my body, right? The thing is, if we have a point of view about anything, we're going to go back to our story rather than go forward to the changes that are possible. Like I get up early these days and I'm reading it about that place in between, that energy in between where you don't get it, but you've actually got it, right? So I'll repeat that again. How many of you have always played in that space in between where there's nothing to get because you already know, right? And you keep chasing change, but change is who you be, right? Is this making sense? Let me know before we go any further. Tessa, it's working. I can't hear. Okay, sorry, babe. How is this? Let me see some hearts or thumbs up or questions. This is a conversation, not a dialogue or monologue. Do you get that? If there's commitment to change, and there's commitment to an ideology of what we decided change was supposed to be like. So, thank you, Zipporah. So if we have a point of view about change in our body, how much judgment are we holding against our body, which doesn't actually give that space for our body to shift and change where it is asking to be and how it is asking to be, right? So I'm committed to creating with nurturing foods, nurturing environments, and I'm committed to listening to my body and asking my body, okay, show me what is it that you require today, right? How do you require to be today? Who do you require to be with today? What is that like for you, right? Like when I go out and walk in the morning with Shiloh, I'll ask what energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be, because I include my body and I be, to perceive, know, be, and receive the clarity on a specific thing I'm asking about. Cool. Zipporah, wish I could, yes, oh cool. I get I have a point of view about my body and supposed to be like this. Yeah, that's just buying into this reality. And so I'm going to ask you this question again. How many of you have always played in that realm of in-between, that reality of in-between all the dimensions, where you know what you know, you got it a long time ago, like way faster, because you chose a body. It's like, got it, I'm choosing a body, baby. I'm going to play in this reality in this lifetime on this planet. Right? So that's my question. That was the awareness that I had this morning in my readings was, oh man, that's where I've lived my whole life. And in committing to change, in committing to change based on the desires of this reality, how many of you have made yourself wrong? Hey, Chantalou, welcome. Yeah. Let me see some thumbs up, some conversation here, some questions, right? Because there's a whole thing about, everybody, there's a lot of information that says, like, I can't wait to get back to where we were. Well, where's the change there? Right? There's a whole new set of information that is here for us, right? With our businesses, with our bodies. So if we look in the mirror and we say, I can't change my body, I can't change my finances, I'm committed to increasing my bank account, I'm committed to having this kind of a body, I'm committed to this kind of a business. Are you actually committed to change in a way that change creates with choice? Or have you been taught to be committed to the kind of change that has to do with making a decision and holding on to what it's supposed to look like? Yeah. Right? How many of you have a commitment to discover more in that kind of in-between zone or beyond this reality zone, whatever you want to call it? And are you willing to acknowledge that about you? Right? I've been committed to learning since I came into this body in thousands of other lifetimes, right? There's always something to learn. It doesn't mean I have to. There's something there in a commitment. Like it took me 10 years to get my undergraduate degree at college while I was raising 4 kids, right? From like 0 to 16 years of age. And I didn't have a point of view. I knew that whatever this was, I was committed to it. Right? I did my master's in painting in a long-distance program where I would meet every 3 or 4 months. Right? I was committed to seeing what this would create. So it's the willingness, hey Danielle, it's the willingness to commit to the changes you know are possible, to what would add to your life and living without having to know what it is. As soon as we decide we have to know what it is, I'm committing to finishing this course and achieving the results that the person who's putting this course out says I should be having. That's why I laughed. I was like, crap. That's never been me. Right? So I could ask, so cool. What was the awareness that I had when I popped in and said, yes, I'd love this 5-day seminar, free seminar you're offering. Oh, cool. Was it just that acknowledgement, right? What is it that you're committed to changing that's working for you, that isn't working for you? And what does change mean to you? And what does commitment mean to you? Let's get in here. Susan, because the future is uncertain right now, we get to really play with with the flow of energies and be with it all. Absolutely. And let me ask you a question. How many of you have known that the future is shifting, right? So for myself, for the last 2 years, I would go out like 4 years, 5 years, and there was nothing there. Right? How many of you have had that? And then you judge yourself. Because everybody else seems to be creating or doing or whatever that is. What if you were just bleeping aware? Right? Susan goes, yep. Yeah. And that's the willingness to shift and change and shift and change and shift and change. Right? And are you committed to changing? Or are you holding on to, well, I said this is what I was going to do. I told everybody I was going to do this, and so now I'm doing it. Like, how does that work? How's that working for you? Tessa says, yay. Zipporah says, commitment, giving up things to focus and drive forward the commitment. Yeah. It's about letting go. I love that, Zipporah. Thank you so much. It's not so much about giving up. It's about letting go. So giving up is often a judgment. I got to give this up, right? I checked in with my body about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was like, oh, my body was like, actually, we don't really enjoy this right now. We don't really enjoy this right now. This is creating this right now. It's not forever. It's not from the past. It's right now. And as soon as I let go of those foods that my body wasn't enjoying, wasn't nurturing for my body shifted and changed, right? So I didn't give up anything, right? I just actually let go of any point of view that I had about what would create the greatest amount of possibilities. And so I'm committed to what creates the greatest amount of possibilities, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes, and I know it's always going to change. Zipporah goes, yes. Jill goes, hi. Yeah. Thumbs up, hearts. How's this ringing for people? Yeah. It's such an important topic right now, because there's so much stuff going out. And how many people are actually willing to change it up, to shift? Change, shift, and choice. Choose again, choose again, choose again. I wonder what I could change here. Is anything required to change here? Hey, Erica. Right? So, you've all seen the story in cleaning my office. I found all these old journals that I'd written all these notes in that were so important at the time, and about 12 of them, and I flipped through them and found about $785. Threw the journals out, put the money over here, and there's a food bank that's asking for money. Cool. How does it get any better? Boom, boom, boom. Right? Change, shift, awareness, choice. Right? Jill, so good to hear that right now. Awesome. Yay. Tell me more. So that it's if you're willing to choose, if you have an attitude of, I'm choosing, baby, right? I'm committed to choice. I'm committed to the tugs of energy, right? Doesn't mean you have to follow them all. It's like, which one of these will create the greatest amount of possibilities? Which one of these will create the change that I'm asking for? I'm asking for clarity, right? With my business, with what's going on the planet, it's clarity. I'm not asking for information, right? I'm asking for clarity. So I'm committed to asking every morning. I'm committed to receiving and educating myself, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. Right? So the change that I'm asking for, it's not based on a judgment of, it's more like, so I wonder what changes are required with my business today. Maybe yes, maybe no. So part of being committed to you is the willingness to be in the question. Ask Susan, ask yourself. To be in the question of what's working, what's not working, what you can be creating. Right? Because right now is such a creative time. Right? Every day, my challenge for you is create. Right? Create. Ask your business what it requires. Ask your body what it requires. Right? Take some paints out. Do some drawing. Go for a walk. Walks are sometimes the most creative spaces there are. I wonder what's possible. Patricia, I'm committed to staying present in the moment. I love it. What can I do when my mind wanders to the past? I'm committed to staying in the present. Cool. Acknowledge, I'm wandering in the past. Change. I just actually read that in a Dr. Joe book. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Right? It's about retraining the brain. We're like a bungee cord, right? So here's our past, here are our stories, we know them, here are our memories, we've reinforced them into our neurons so that we know if we think about this, we'll feel sad, if we think about this, we'll feel happy, whatever that is, right? We've created the thoughts that created the emotions, right? And we packed it all into our memory banks that this is who we are and this is what it's like. And we know that. And over here is like, I wonder. Here's wonderment. Here's change. Here's shift. It's like, oh. It's much more comfortable to go back to who we were, even though it might not work for us, than it is to change the habit and create a different possibility. And that possibility being present, is so nurturing, because you're changing the neurons of the body from stress to, we don't actually have to those cells don't have to hold on to all of that. So we can actually shift our bodies by saying, okay, I'm being present. No, is this being present? That's one of the questions I ask myself is, am I being present? No. Okay. And even if it's just, opening up some sauce or whatever it is that I'm doing, it's being present with that. It's almost like Zen in the art of whatever it is you're doing, right? Like when I'm making the bed, I'm making the bed with gratitude for the sheets and my body. And I've stopped doing all the, look at me, I can think of 15 things at once and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that. It's like, wow, that was a reality that I bought that actually doesn't work for me in this 10 seconds. Not working for me. So when I was reading something this morning, as soon as I got to the information that I was downloading, I shut the book. I'm like, cool, I'm going to be present with this information, right? Patricia says, haha, easy peasy. Yes, I like the finger snap. Gone, change it, just change it. Again, it's like as soon as you stop exercising that bungee cord, you change. It's like, is this another question I ask Patricia and for everybody else is this assisting my future? Is this adding to my future? When I find I go down into that wonderful, cozy blanket of memories, good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent, whatever that is, notice how we rarely go to the ones that say, yeah, I'm a superstar. That was amazing when I did that. Right? And feel your body. My body's just laughing with that. So my question for you is, here's 3 things to play with. Change. Ask, is that adding to my future? Is that creating my future? Probably not. Could be. But only you know. And the third is, okay, be present. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Patricia. Yum. That was awesome. And that's a commitment, right? That's commitment right there. To just get into the habit of being present, being aware, and acknowledging what's going on and acknowledging what actually is creating and adding to your life and your living and what isn't. And then change. Just change. You don't have to go into anything else. It's that fast because you've trained your body and all the cells in your body and all the neurons to go there, right? Now, what I'm asking you to do is retrain your brain, retrain everything to go into the future and to be present, right? We can't really create in the past, Susan says. Absolutely. Yeah. It's like, so that was interesting. Like, I've had so many awarenesses, as I'm sure you have, in the last couple of weeks, of like all of a sudden it was like, that's some information somebody gave me a while ago, but I wasn't actually willing to sit with it and be present with it. Now I see where they're asking me to go, or now I see what's going on, right? And it's like, cool. And then let it go. I wonder what I can create today that would add to my life, my living, my body, right away. And what it could be is a creation of commitment. Anybody else? Anything else popping? Thank you so much for the comments. If you're watching this later, press #replay. I always come in and check to see who came in, when, and where, and how. If you have more questions, come on in with the questions either now or later. I always check in and I will respond. I promise you that. What can I tell you? This coming Thursday is our last of the magical series. It's Magical You in Relationships, and I'm loving the information that's come in. I'll do a couple more polls, getting a feel for what you like, and I've got a big surprise for you on Thursday about something that I've been creating that's kind of special that has to do with relationships. It feels like now is the time. A lot of people are at home. A lot of people are living with people that they haven't lived with for a long time. How many of you, there's obviously somebody out there who's this is for. Wow. Okay, just got to clear it. So whoever you are, you better be on Thursday's show. Tessa says, I love this. Thank you, Susan. Okay, great. So, bam. Okay, expand out. Thank you. Yes, somebody asked me about the 3-part relationship class that I'm playing with. Do you have to be in a relationship? Absolutely not. Your primary relationship is the one you have with you. Is that where we're going to begin? Could be. So, come. If there's no more questions about, you're so welcome. Zipporah says, thank you. If there's no more questions on today, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much, all of you who have given up your time to be with me, to be with each other. I can't tell you how grateful I am for all of you. It's just an awesome contribution, and I love it when you write me, either private message me or in Ask Susan or susan@susanlazarhart.com. Let me know what's popping for you, and let me know how I can assist you, right? Are you going from stuck to commitment, stuck to change, stuck to unstoppable? The choice is yours. See you on Thursday with Magical Relationships. Tell the world, right? It's going to be awesome. I adore you all. Thank you so much. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, right? Commitment to you is primary. Commitment to you. Are you willing to commit to you? To your foundation, to what brings you joy, right? I mean, we haven't talked about self-care. We haven't talked about so many things that we could be touching on. I like to keep these short and sweet. If you're new to the Magical Series, go back into the Ask Susans. They're all there. We've been playing with it for the last 5 weeks. And before this goes out, I'm going to say bye-bye. I will see you all on Thursday. Tell the world we're changing it. One magical being at a time. I love you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Susan. Commitment to the unique you. You got it, baby.